Okay. Look, looks like I'm watching the dollar go through the roof tonight against the yen. I'm heavily long the dollar yen. I've accumulated this whole fucking time during all this bullshit. I'm long from here and I'm getting out here. And it's just how it's going to be. I got in here. My mouse is a piece of shit. And I'm getting out here. And as far as the people that are in the Dow Jones and all that, I think you just got top tick Tommied. I know I talk about this all the fucking time, and I have no patience for these fucking ass clowns. They don't get it. Stock market, say bye bye. Okay. Daily NASDAQ. Hello. Goodbye. It's like that song by the Beatles. You say goodbye, and I say hello. So here comes a recession. Right. Slowdown of people buying shit, but everybody's paying like low prices. Look at this shit down here. Remember this? Freedom Day. Liberty Day. Down here. One fucking day. That's in the month there. Just one spike down there just ruined everybody's fucking stop. That's some fund manager out there. Just run a trailing stop. Yeah. This blue line was your trailing stop until it was like right here. Remember the blue line was here and that was bye-bye. Bye-bye. We don't need you anymore. Here cometh the vacuum on the yen. Here cometh the vacuum tonight on the yen, Thursday night. After all that bullshit news, all that bullshit. And this sell-off here, so I've been long since fucking under this floor, dude. I bought everything under here fucking... You have to scalp out, though. Can't hold this whole position or you get stopped out. But I'm looking to get out here. Right here. Up in there. So I'm going to start cashing out. As soon as we go about 20 more pips, I'm saying bye-bye. But I'm scaling out like I scaled in. So I call this soft in, soft out. This is if you're like, flaccid. Okay, so the NASDAQ, I think it's time to say bye-bye. I fucking had it with this shit. Look at this. Look at this top. You're going to tell me, and I warned about this shit. I talked about this shit. Anything above here, I said, you're getting in long above this. You are the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. No offense to dumb motherfuckers on the planet, but you must be the dumbest of dumb if you bought above that. What's breakout? Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that trade. Look at this box up here. You got to be kidding me, dude. Here's the box within the box. So this is the top within the top. This one, I'm sure on somewhat level, this is a daily chart, a weekly chart, a weekly NASDAQ, for God's sakes. I mean, forget it. AI is so fucking overrated, dude. I'm ready to cancel mine. It's just entertainment now. And it's all, it has this thing called Sora where it's going to do some images for me, but it's all fucking, oh, I'm sorry, that's really going to be offensive. We can't even show it to you, I'm surprised they don't say for $10 we'll show it to you. That's coming. So, buying here, like buying from here all the way down. Yeah, if you like the NASDAQ, start buying here because the thing looks like it's going to get crushed to bits. Same thing with gold. I've been saying it for fucking ever, for a year now. Gold, forget about it, dude. If you're buying gold up here, you should buy a grand piano. It sounds better. Look at this triangle. Aren't you worried about this triangle? How's this going to resolve here? Like, people love these fucking geometric things. Look at that. Is that a triangle or is it just me? Holy shit. So you can see gold. It's got support here, right? Last known insane breakout. First support should be this top become a bottom right here. So $3,000, yeah. I mean, you could drop 300. If it drops like this, imagine it goes down a column like this. By the end of the year, let's be realistic. It could be down here. It'd be a pretty fast drop, right? I could almost make it to who's ever got a stop down here. Right? This guy. Right on that blue line. So the blue line is the stop line. The vacuum that's forming automatically draws a triangle for you. It automatically keeps scrunching down on the window, right? So that's that. Let's see. Yeah, that's quite a stairway to nowhere. To heaven, but heaven's in your mind. Like that politician bitch that said, yeah, crime's just in your mind. Till you get gang raped with a fucking coat hanger. Yeah, it's just in your mind that that's street crime there, Get raped by a fucking Fibonacci handle. What happened to him? 618. Yeah, up the ass. Look at that guy. Fucking look him bent over. Did he want it? Did he want it like that? Well, you said it was harmonic. It's a harmonic rape. Yeah, it's geometric. It's okay because he's gonna re-enter that. Just keep re-entering at 618. Oh, I thought 6.18 was the size of him. Yeah, but the new Fibonacci, Fauci Fibonacci, 6.18 feet apart. No, people. Oh yeah, Fibonacci works every time. But yeah, something else scary up here. I wish you had the yearly chart available on the gold. I guess we could just zoom out, get that yearly look. Compress it. Compress the data. Oof. Yeah, I can see it tumbling. I'll be conservative. By the end of the year, we'll be down $400. Be somewhere down here. Or by springtime. Now that's a nice, but it's got to give back hard. It's got to look like this one here. Remember this one? There's like a top tick Tommy down here on gold. And then all the way back to the had to take out these poor guys, right? Everybody that had a stop in here had to take them out, and then it was like, wow, So the people that hang in for these trades, right? They make a lot of money. Big swing traders. You're buying under the floor. Even if you buy under this lonely wick here, and you buy all this shit. And this is the ultimate chart, really, the bar chart. Honestly, the first chart I ever saw when I was looking at charts. In a lot of books. It's just pure range. It's beautiful. Gives you the volatility, the high, the low. What more do you need to fucking know? You start to Akanashi this shit, and you just start to lose your fucking mind. It's very simple. Like a flag or side. Doji. Fuck Doji. It's range. You draw a trend line on volatility here. Granted, you're really it's all about volatility on the bar chart. It isn't. There's nothing about the timing of the market. It's I think it's pure stop hunt and you don't even care. It doesn't matter what time it is. It's what price it is. Because if it comes here and takes this thing out, you want to get in right there. For certain, right? If only for the rip down and rip up. That's a weekly chart. So you're talking about placing a nest of orders in a little zone down there. And how do you map that out? How do you decide what kind of risk you're going to do on that? I guess you have to see the setup forming. You see the vacuum forming, and this blue line's telling you, hey, listen, on the top and the bottom of this thing, we've got some real pent up demand. Like right here, this can be big buyers here. There'll be big sellers up here, for sure. Gold goes to 3,600 and stocks start to crash. There'll be a wealth effect. People have to dump out of one or the other. Here's the monthly Bitcoins. And look at this thing just treading water. Now, this made a top tick Tommy already. So this is kind of like the, I hate to say it, but all these poor people that, I got to tell you, I love Trump to death, but come on, people. They're going to sue the pants off of the people with the coins. Because Bitcoin has top tick Tommy'd already. Sorry to use that phrase, but nothing tells it like it is. So this is anything above here. If you bought Bitcoin, you're out of your fucking mind. You need help. You're a fucking idiot. I can't even change the scale on this Bitcoin. It's fucking blowing up my platform. So, anyways, that's the story there. I just would, it'll tread water here maybe forever. But the idea that it's going to go to $1 zillion, it's more likely it's just going to tread water here in a $10,000 range for like until you're dead. Until you're fucking dead and you'll be like, they never should have legalized it. Because now the volatility is going to be dead and everybody's just stuck at this price here, right? I'm just saying. So, this dick breath's going to testify tomorrow, this Powell, this dick breath motherfucker. What the hell happened to him? He's adding a wing onto the fucking... Dude, you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Like, how in the fuck? I'm just asking for a friend. How the fuck do you decide you're going to remodel this bitch and all this kind of dumb shit stuff? Maybe we could put a horse stable down here. And the fuck? We're picking up the tab for that shit? Fuck off. Jesus Christ, man. So take a look at this Bitcoin. I think this is the new bellwether for fucking shit. Look at that top tick. That's gorgeous shit up there. Now, Bitcoin's about to cave in, dude. Come on, let's face it. I'm going to use the candlesticks on this one because we all love the bullish and bearish factor. So there is no, with the bar chart there, on that, I took out the hash marks. It's literally just a range chart. It's a range chart. It's not even open. There's no open showing there, but it really kind of trains your brain to say, yeah, what really matters is volatility because where am I going to put my stop? Or if I'm in a breakout trade, I'm going to wait for a small range to break out. You better, because if you put a buy stop and a sell stop in this thing and try to hedge it on a big range, you're probably going to get whipsawed. Look at that thing, man. Just look at that. It's unbelievable. And so the wick action, the closing, it's right there. It's like so expensive. That's so ridiculous. It's got to come back to earth. Look at this $70,000 pivot. $73,000 top becomes the bottom here. Look, I drew these lines a long fucking time ago, dude. I never deleted them. So I've had this demo account running for a long fucking time, as you can see. And I drew all these support. I'm like, dude, yeah, but see, you know what? At some point here, it's got to back up. When they back that truck up, there's no beep. It's just going to be like 100 miles an hour reverse. There's no wait for the beep. Oh, shit, I got here. I'll fix the scale. Or fix it. Yeah. Yeah, it's all fucked up. The price of the coin. Okay. So here it looks like a buy on the daily, right? But what if it caves in here? Takes out the low of the month. Oh my God, dude. Forget it. Forget it. Same thing with the daily NASDAQ. Like if this is a trap up here, forget it. Right? Forget about it. So, yeah, forget it. It'll be a bloodbath. Man, look at that. I know it's all great and everything, but all the deals are made now. So now that we're sitting in place, so here's what's going to happen in the news: is they're going to come out and say, "See, Trump caused a recession," but nobody's going to care because shit will be so cheap, gas will be so cheap, and everybody will be fucking waiting for the interest rates to just drop like a quarter point, and they're going to go out and buy a new car. Or whatever, they're going to consolidate their money. And once people start to liquidate their Bitcoin, don't forget, there are people that are going to sell their Bitcoin and they can buy other shit. So the good news is that there's a lot of what they call money velocity. There's a lot of which with inflation you got to have that, because otherwise you can't justify the inflation unless you have money velocity, right? Because the old saw about the wheelbarrow full of money is that inflation it's a rate of inflation. So people are like, holy shit, I'm going to need this. They're overcompensating, right? If you just sit still, usually, even in a bad trade, if you sit still and wait, it's probably a better place to get out, right? As they say, if you got the patience. You got to have a lot of time, and you really got to wait a long fucking time too. And these things to resolve, Look at all the places you could have got out, if you were in some of these trades. You could have said, "Oh, I think I just get out here. This looks good. Like I bought down here. I'm a fucking genius, so I just got in here." That's another thing. Doesn't Trump have that genius thing? I'm a fucking genius thing program. How do you sign up for that? I heard about that. The fucking genius thing. Yeah, look at this. I got in here. Got out here. Said fuck it. Went home. I didn't trade for the rest of the fucking year. Then I got in here. Waited for this double top become a bottom. Got in here. Just got the fuck out. I took it. You gotta have a stop. Exact dollar amount stop. You really gotta have it, because guess what? If you buy here and you go, you know what? This is gonna go up and keep going up to here, and I'm gonna get out here, and it doesn't. It goes like that. You're fucked. So you gotta have a stop. And I hate getting stopped out because I hate being wrong, but I have to trade with stops. Tight ones, wide ones, and if it's a swing trade, it's like a fucking bad relationship. It's like being married to some bitch that just keeps, same problem every day. Oh, really? So in other words, she's all rangy. She doesn't ever want to go anywhere. She just wants to. She can't decide. So that's all this shit, right? This is the bad relationship right here. You notice? Like, who's really making money here? You might have got long down here, You got the long down here. It's like, I seen this as, it looks like a triple bottom, so I got in a third bottom. I've been holding this trade, and I'm like, gosh, I don't know about it, It feels like, like once they satisfied this window, it was all right coming back. But it's nice how it's kind of curving in here. It's congesting. 4 months of consolidation. I guess this is a giant flag. There's a trend line here maybe. Something's got to give. It's either going to collapse into here, or it's going to continue making new highs. And I don't know if this is all-time highs, but it could be. I really don't watch this thing. I'm just saying this is all I knew about it. But But all these trades right here, like people are asking me, well, what do you do here? What do you do there? Well, when it comes to shit like this, okay, imagine this thing. Imagine you trade. You have to trade this Nasdaq. Somebody said, for a living, or so you have to trade this or we kill you. You have to trade the Nasdaq. Now pick a direction, pick a size, pick a stop. Well, there's no way you could ever do it because when a day like this comes or a month like this is 2 months straight down, like carving out all this shit. Brought the trend line for sure way the fuck back here. I guess this is the last gasp, right? This last whoosh and then whoosh. It's over. Fucking people are losing their mind in here. The total obliteration. I mean, all the way to here. Dude, that's going back like, it's like 10, 15-month low or some shit. And then total fucking rip and blowout. How many times have you seen that rip to the top and then blow out and keep going? Well, you know what? Everything above here is fantasy land. Because the cause of this is this, right? I believe this causes this. And really, fair value is probably right here, right? But now the new fair value is going to be maybe here, because this is huge. These are just gigundous moves. But it's time to say bye. Bye-bye. That'll take a while. But I think here, right? And if it comes into here, then it's recession. Right? It's just choppy woppy. The party's over, man. If I hear one more motherfucker sell gold, or you got to get on the latest and the Nasdaq stocks or the AI and it's the electricity. Yeah, maybe electricity. Yes, utilities always buy fucking utility stocks. That's my recommendation. Get the fuck out of this shit. And start buying the fucking people, the good old boring utilities that all they do is fucking make circuits. That's my recommendation. I haven't looked at that utilities. But, once they straighten that shit out, right? You can do nuclear now. Yeah, get a nuclear plant in your portfolio. Get the fuck out of that stupid ass gold market. Bunch of fucking, the end of the world. Yeah, dude, when the end of the world comes, people would be like selling their gold to buy a fucking white bread, toasted white bread, no butter. Think about it. As my tequila buddy would say, think about it. Come on, man. I guess I'm pretty naive. He'd always say to me, think about it. No, think about it. Indeed, I will think about it. But look at this fucking Nasdaq. Let's turn on the candles. My candlestick chart ready. I got that line chart in there kind of distorting it. I gotta zoom in one more notch to see the candlestick. The candlesticks look great on the weekly. Man, they tell a story. This spinning top. See, another thing about candlesticks, just I'm gonna say it. On the weekly, dude, it's like fucking the most painfully fucking obvious. Now, you actually can worry about a spinning top. A doji on the weekly is the trend trader's entry. You don't have to be too bright, do you? It's like, look, Joe, it's going up. You said if I see a doji, I should get in with a tight stop. Yes. But how often does this fucking trade come up? Tell Jimmy Bob, tell him how many times. Not very often. So what happens when it comes up? I gotta load the fucking wagon. What happens if you get stopped out? I lose a lot of money. This is a problem, right? Like, look at this fucking entry here. You got a doji, buy with a tight stop. Do you see another fucking trade? Buy with a tight stop. Okay, buy with a tight stop. I got stopped out. Now, like here, buy, 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 buy. I gotta stop it here. I'll let it go. Rip it. Get the fuck out, right? Get the fuck out. Buy. Get the fuck out. Like a big bar, I'm out. So after this, actually, I'm probably out. Buy again, then get the fuck out. Right? Get out because this shit's coming. So my recommendation is for the crudest system, you're never going to go wrong. Sell. It's going down. Sell. Measured move on the weekly. Easy, right? But you got to get the fuck out here because this shit's coming. Right? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, you have mortgage fraud too? Oh, so you wait a minute. You're cheating on your taxes, is ya? I see. Look at this entry here for the fucking trend trader. Then get the fuck out. Get in, get out. You bought two here. You really got to get out. Buy one, buy two. Really got to get out. That's how you make money. I mean, I just don't see how people are fucking saying, well, buy on dips. Oh, so you're going to buy here? Like I said, this would be my style, actually. I'm buying here. Everything below here I'm buying. And then if it closes below, I buy, but I go underwater hard, and I buy a lot below here, and I buy even more below there, right? So, but this would be, in forex, this would mean that the market just dropped fucking 4,000 pips in the Swiss franc or something. 10,000 pips. This is like an ungodly move. And now it's just like, right, the counter trend traders would sell there too. But I think the counter trend traders sell on the big up bars, right? Like me, I sell all the big bars above here. So big close above here, sell. Big close above, sell. Close above, sell. Now I'm sitting waiting. I'm waiting to get paid now. That's what I think about swing trade. You might be in this thing for fucking 2 weeks, and this fucking yen I can see already 2 weeks. This fucking shit. Sell big, sell, sell, sell. If you want to be strict, sell every up bar, sell, another sell. Now sit and wait. And every time it goes up, sell more. Sell 1, sell 2, sell 3, sell 4. Now you sold like, I don't know, 13. Right? You got a martingale into that. People don't understand the martingale. It's not about, like, yeah, we're just going to get in like a fucking nut job. Like if you sold 1K, 2K, 10K, okay, you don't sell maybe here, right? You're waiting for it to go above. You sell a 30K. You sell 40K. Now you don't sell. You sold the 40K. You cash out on something. Or maybe take the whole fucking thing off. Right? You sold here. Maybe you held down a little bit to here. Right? It's not like it's not like you're buying 100 here and 10 million here. You're saying I'm going to pull the trigger on 10, 20, 40. Okay, I'm done buying. That's it. You can't be ridiculous. The idea is that anything below here, you had money set aside, so you get filled on limits all the way down. When it closed at the end of the week, you fucking bought a lot. Look at this thing opening up on Sunday night and engulfing. It's just, man, that's cruel. When that opens on Sunday night, who's the guy? A little margin call down there, maybe, huh? Some went bad. It's bad. Bad news. Fucking tough, man. Tough markets. Volatility kills people every time. They have no trade plan for that fucking insane move. It's gonna get crazy, man. The gold sells off 300. At least real estate will sell off. Get a little bubble there going. Everybody running to all these little escape zones, and yeah, once DC becomes safe to live, people come back. Let's take a look around the block here. Dollar CAD bar chart weekly. Looks like the dollar's coming back to life against the CAD. Oil's kind of stuck under the floor here. So hopefully this is a bottom becoming a top on that's going to go down. What do they say over here? Swiss franc, it's coming back to life. Bitcoin's ready to tank. Looks like British pound's ready to fucking get killed. Look at that monthly British pound. It's just dicking around doing nothing. How do these people tolerate this shit? Look at this thing on the daily. Oh my god. Oh my god. 4-hour British pound. I never look at this market. What's going on here? This is my 12-hour filter. Wow. Yeah, so you have some deep pockets to trade this fucking thing. Yeah. I just buy everything below here. It's pretty easy to figure that trade out. So every time it bounces 25 pips, I'd probably be scalping out of that. And of course, I'd babysit the thing. Watch it happen. Here's my first bounce of like 25, 50 pips. So we started buying here. We cashed out back into the floor. We cashed out. Then we bought more. Maybe took 25 pips, bought a whole lot more, and then just bought a whole fucking bunch. And we cashed out a lot here because, see, this is about 70 pips there, right? Coming back to that floor, so you really have to you just step in front of it and you lay track for that. I believe that's the answer. Just lay a bunch of track, walk away. It's kind of like setting a minefield of tickets. You zoom out, see where that's in the landscape of things. So see where that's sitting, where it sits in the mix, as they say. Look for that vacuum, fill that void. And that trade's over, look at that. Crushes into this. This is deep fucking shit. Oh my god. Plus this, look at that. Tag that. And right you just did not quite make it there. Oof. Anything below there was the best. The best prices. Beautiful. So you get that first scalp. And then this is the new resistance coming back the other way. Right. And we start to squeeze it. When you take this little rooftop out, you get this effect where it kind of overcompensates. So see, it does this thing. It's going to come up here and it's going to overcompensate. And it's going to cut back in here now, right? Because it was so brutal. Kind of pivoting around this congestion. So it's really obvious on the bar chart. It just stands out. Takes out that rooftop just for a little bit, and then it's not done. I can take this one out. There's a great trade in there for the scalp, and then now it's this marching down pattern. Now tops become a bottom pretty good on that high low, but what happens when if we take this out? Big buyers in here. There's pressure building up there. And the British pound, I don't trade it, but like this is a great trade on the pound. You're gonna just exploit this by having limits in this little nook here, and it just rips. You know, it rips to the floor perfectly. Or you start buying here like I do. I just start buying here all the way down because I'm just like, fuck these fuckers. Like I'm not gonna put. I will put a dense pack here and just say, yeah. At some point this week, we could probably make down here, just come down here and just pound that shit. But you know, after that, you kind of get the fuck out, right? Trade's over. It's like this setup here. You're looking for them to take out the low of the week, so you put an order bank in here in a 50 pip window. You certainly want to scalp that 50, but maybe you're going to ride it to fair value, which is here. You already know this exists. When you place the tickets here, you know that exists. Plus, you know this top tick Tommy right there, perfect. Another beautiful top tick Tommy, but I'm kind of aggressive. I'm going to sell everything above this, and then I can make money on that trade. So it's just constant bullshit trades I find to be the best. Buy in here, scalp it to here. As the scalp, 25 to 50 pip scalp, and maybe 75 for the swing and 100 for the swing. So you've got this, and maybe everything does have a 25 pip stop, but I like to have a 50 pip stop because I hate getting stopped out and have to repay the commission or the spread. Plus, fuck them. I know I'm right. That's my view. Fuck them. Yeah. God, my mouse is so fucked. I gotta hit it so hard. That's pissed me off. Bottom of the hour's coming here. I see some drama. Looking for the dollar to go up tonight. Like I said, or it's gonna go against me. It's a trap. I'm either being trapped or it's a breakout. So this is the breakout I'm planning on. Well, we went into the window. We dipped into the window because this could be a trap. So I could be being trapped here. But I do believe it's a true breakout. Because looking at the daily, right, it's hard to believe we're not going to just keep plowing north. The daily is so bullish, right? I'm just saying. Like this, all this congestion in here, all this bullshit, right? And look at this fucking high. This is about 250 pips away, this top. So we took out the high of last week, or last month, or whatever the fuck that is, that wick up there. We just did that tonight. So I figure we're just going to keep plowing north until, that's how the yen is. It goes after this thing and then forget it. It's like zoom, 100 pips up. It's just brutal. Look at the daily gold. Candlesticks. Gotta zoom in to see it. Okay, bottom of the hour's coming. Looks pretty fucking hairy for the dollar. Gold could tank. Let's take a look at the daily. Bitcoin. NASDAQ daily. I think NASDAQ's going to tank. I don't know if they're open right now. Are they trading now? I don't know when this thing trades. Anyways, that's my plan. So here we go. It's about 45 seconds to 10:30. It's going to get crazy there in Japan. I don't know if there's some news coming out at 10:30, but it looks like something's about to burst here at 10:30. Probably probably involves the Canadian dollar now. I don't know. Let's go to the daily. Dollar CAD, look, it's right on the edge of going up about 75 pips here, too. Dollar CAD looks like dollar yen, for sure. All right, 5 seconds. Let's go. Come on, people. Hit me. Kaboom. Oh, yeah. Now 5 more minutes. 5-minute robots coming in. Let's crush that. Dollar's going to crush. The dollar's going up because they have not lowered the interest rates. Well, that's a fundamental argument. I like to make that argument when it just happens to be the way it is. Yeah, fundamentals work when they finally do fucking work. I'm just saying. Yeah, they finally saw it my way. They saw it my way. Finally. Look at this dollar. Looks like it's just going to take off tonight here. Canadian's going to get crushed. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, so we're trying to get to that apex of this triangle here. First target for dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is kind of easy to get your brain around. A lot of range trading here. I don't know. The British pound, I can't stand it. I'd rather just trade the euro. Anyways, that's it. That's my view of the world here in 20 seconds. How long? 42 minutes. This goes up. Just keeps going up. That weekly. Wow. We've got some making up to do there. Look at that weekly. Oh, after that doji. Oh, dude. Look at this. I've been riding this doji out. So as soon as we took out that inverted hammer, that's when I got in. I got in really big. I thought we'd be over this by now. I'll show you what I got in. So, right there, I'm like, oh yeah, like, let's get in right here. Oh, jeez. Finally. After all this bullshit. Now we just gotta make it to here, and we're good. So, I gotta go watch a movie. Oh wait, I was gonna look at my somebody. I think somebody put a message on here. Just pause this for a second. Try to get my message up here. Oops, can't get my. Okay, so somebody asked me, why are you doing YouTube? Because I like to bitch. And some people want to hear me complain. No, I'm just trying to give away all my practical experience, all my knowledge, all my trading experience, and all the classes I took. Just want to regurgitate everything. Like a time capsule. Somebody will come across it one day and go, "Fuck, this guy's right." Yeah, I knew it. He told you I was right. No, because trading's a lonely thing, they say. Well, at least my view of the market's pretty lonely. But I remember when stocks were down at fucking only because I like to buy the bottom and I like to sell the top. But I usually don't sell. But I can see the top. I'll just grab the other instrument. So I'll just buy the dollar yen or the euro. So if the euro's dropping, I'll buy that And if the yen's dropping, well, I'll probably buy that. Because I like to catch a falling knife. That's my particular style. My favorite style is to put in buy limits, say, in here, and just walk away, you know. Just grid trade it. So put orders in here. Just walk away. Who gives a fuck? Put a lot of tickets right here. So the blue line tells you where to put the tickets. Because I'm kind of anti moving average. As you can see, I'm too big of a fan. But right here, the blue line's telling you that you need to put in a lot of tickets here and a lot more here. And catastrophic amounts down here. Right? Catastrophic amounts. Just like here. You would have put in tickets here to buy, which I did. And I probably would have bought here. I definitely would have bet the ranch there. And so here's the problem. If you put limits in there, and maybe you run out of money, so you can't pull the trigger at the end of the day there. Right? But you really should have some dry powder around, right? A couple beers. This is your trend entry once again. Doji, right? Just simple shit. Here's a sell. Doji sell, right? You think it's going down? Well, let's just start to turn down. Well, get in there. But certainly get the fuck out, right? When it's down hard. I guess this is a doji in comparison, right? It's a pivot point. It's probably gonna fall through the floor. Well, what do you do about it, right? So it's not like well, put a sell stop here, put a stop there, and trade that. Okay, but really, you could just as easily bought here, right? Either at the end of the day. You have a system that buys when the market's down 200 pips. Yeah, it doesn't get triggered very often. I bought here was down 200 pips and I got killed, right? Not if you had a 300 pip stop, because you could have got out here. See, you could have bought here, you could have bought here, you could have bought all the way down, and you could have cashed out along the way. That would have been the ultimate. Anyways, I'm just saying. But yeah, why do you do the video? Why not? I've done a lot of them. I guess every now and then I come back to it. You know what? I gotta look at these markets, and I don't really trade NASDAQ and all this shit, but I'm just looking at the big picture. I'm fascinated as fuck, especially at the end of the year here, because we're coming up on the and what they're gonna say is, and they're gonna say it. Well, the tariffs are causing a recession. There, I said it. You're gonna hear that for the next fucking until the midterms, right? And it's just not going to matter, because there'll be people at the fucking restaurant. There'll be so many people making so much money, they're not going to give a shit. People have enough money already. So, yeah, it doesn't unfold the way people think. What's going to happen is people are going to just sell their gold and sell their Bitcoin if they need money, right? People that have made a lot of money have bought that shit. You don't think they're going to sell it? It's so hilarious that people think that it's a one-way street. It's a market for a reason. It goes up and down. And the vacuum forms, and if you have the patience to wait for it to cave in, everybody tells you, oh, you're going against the trend. Yeah, right. Well, at some point, right, you're going to make so much fucking money. You either sold into the rally or you bought into the plunge. And the guy that can hang on and keep adding and go, fuck you. No, fuck you. He's the guy that cleans up. I can't even believe it. Yeah, so... it's just tremendous amount of patience and being in a drawdown or losing. And that's just a different skill or different temperament, right? That's why people wanted the robot to do it, but people can't handle the account balance. They're like, the robot's fucked up. He's fucking losing money. So I tested a lot of robots actually too. That's why I'm doing my YouTube video to save you maybe the punishment. But me and AI did a lot of. Plus, I don't do anything but that and play music. So I really have a lot of time on my hands. But you know, I really must say, the AI can write a robot. You tell it to do it, and so it's a great way to see how your trade plan works out. And so I've seen my trade plan work out. And when it's in a market that's fits the pip range of the robot, it's fucking unreal how much money it makes. And it's getting the range right and the ticket size right for that particular event, and it makes a mint. It just does. The problem is the instruments. If you're going to do it in the real world, like, okay, tomorrow, turn the robot tomorrow, let's do it. You look at the market, you go, this robot is going to get crushed. If you know how that robot behaves, so really it's about knowing the robot. You know, you built this model, or this plug-in, as people call it, you know. Well, it only works in a certain kind of market, choppy market. You have to put the chop bot on. The trend bot, yes, the trend bot's going to make money, but 80% of the market's choppy. So the limit entry consistently makes money in a choppy market because it's not doing a breakout, it's doing a fake out grab at a limit entry. So when it keeps throwing, my system keeps throwing limits out that have an expiration, and that how close to the delta, how close to current price, how wide is the delta, and it just keeps refreshing the market. And symmetrical, sometimes directional, sometimes I have RSI trigger when RSI is extreme. But I have it backwards, so RSI has to be oversold for it to place sell limits, right? Sometimes you have it set so, okay, when it's oversold, just come in and trail tight buy limits. It means the market, or I have a robot that if the market's up, just start putting buy limits in beneath. So it's looking to get in on your 618 or your 30, whatever. It just has a cluster of tickets there. It's not buying at the market when it's up, and it's not selling. It's not putting sell limits when it's not counter trend trading. It's not putting sell limits in there because it's up. It's a trend machine, so when the market's up, it's putting in buy limits. If it's a counter trend machine or a range bot, it's throwing sell limits up in there above you if the market's up a little bit. But if it's screaming up, it filters that trade out. It won't take that trade. So I built about 10 of these bots that I did this on in about 200 hours dicking around with it. And there's a point of tweaking where it doesn't get any better. Then I moved on to a different system, but the most elaborate system is 20 blocks, 20, although it doesn't seem to be able to do it. Even though I told AI, write me these 20 tickets that I can tweak, and it'll respond to percent R seems to be the best. Because percent R gets slammed so hard, and it's such a sensitive indicator because it takes into account the highs and lows, and it's like RSI. It takes the close into effect. And you could set it to like 99 or 98%. So you're just skimming, and then you trade it on the 15-minute chart. And I mean, it's amazing, right? Because it's putting in tickets based on these insane price slams on a 15, which you can get percent R's of 95 to 100 and it'll take the directional trend trade it. So that's your classic, and it's as good as it gets, really. There's no moving average because it's. I'm just saying, is the market up? Okay, we're bullish, and then just please put limits in, and that's the system I built. Now, when I trade, and it's actually got a trailing stop, so when it makes a lot of money, it's because the trailing stop is keeping it from blowing up. But that's just one robot, and I can't test 10 of those at once. But I'm gonna have to do that on a cloud apparently to do it. Well, that's the next step. So I do have some decent bots, but they have to run, and I'll probably put them on a. And another reason I did the YouTube channel was originally to try to find like-minded people, as you say. And I had people. The other reason I did it is I wanted people to write me some code, and they did that. So that blue line you see, somebody wrote that. I said, and they really understood it completely, which I don't think AI could have done it. To be honest with you, I should ask AI to write that indicator for me, and basically the definition of it is just draw a line on the last known low and the last known high. Just draw it back into the beginning of the market. So it's like a trailing vacuum above and below. Hopefully we can bust this vacuum on the north side tonight on that dollar yen on the weekly. Just keep crushing into the vacuum. So when the markets spill into these vacuums, that's when it's like, holy shit, I guess that's a trend. It starts to trend into that vacuum. And of course, I would turn on the trend bot. I have a range bot and a trend bot running. I think is the best of both worlds. Getting the range right and the size right. So it's just like anything else, Like if you're going to record a jet plane, you probably want to get some heavy-duty microphones that can handle a lot of decibels. Get that like fucking 421 by Sennheiser. It can take 180 dB. Put that out there. Maybe put a little windscreen on it just in case the jet wind is too much. But yeah, you got to get all that shit right. And then, of course, if it's really a quiet market, you got to trade big. Right? Got to crank it up. If you trade Asian session, you can probably trade really big to make money. I saw some guy talking about scalping and this. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about, man? I wanted to kill this guy. Yeah, okay, you can scalp it. Yeah, just a move here. I'm like, how big are you trading on this? How many of these do you do a day? I don't know, man. I just can't believe some of the shit people say. Look at this fucker. Coming up at 11 o'clock at night here, man. Yen is just itching to go berserkoid. Of course, I always think that I really get tricked by what I believe is going to happen. So I'm wrong about 80% of the time because I can see. Oh, dude, we're going to crush into this vacuum. Oh, really? Yeah, right. Oh my God, really? And then it actually just keeps ranging. So I'm like, I guess we are in a range. I just don't have the patience for it. I don't. And that's the biggest problem. I think it's like movies and sleeping and just getting doing something else. But test the robot. And I have more confidence in my system, seeing it traded in the robot formation, realizing that I wouldn't be dumb enough to keep trading that. But with the range trading, it's very strictly doing it. Whereas I'm looking at the swing trade and saying, man, what about that place up there where we were before? Like, the overreaction is going to be like, since we spiked below a 6-month low, we're probably going to come ripping above last week's high just to offset that move. It's just so radical. It's just going to engulf the doji, and it's going to come out and it's going to tip into the other vacuum, and then it maybe finishes down really quiet at the end of the month, the end of the day, the end of the week, the end of the hour. And that's all the thing. If you're going to do the 15-minute scalp, like this guy was talking about, Great, Okay, you can do that all day long. Look at my new low. I bought it. You're out. But it gets fatiguing at some point if you're going to trade. If you don't trade big enough for it to make any sense, right? You could sit, Bill. You could sit there and really good, be a sniper on the Nasdaq with your finger on the trigger, a mouse that works, and or foot switches. Actually, I think is another great idea if you're really into it. Buy and sell switch, left foot sell, right foot buy, or take profits. You should really involve. If you're really going to go for this sniper idea, you just go for the cockpit idea. Get yourself a couple hotkeys going on some foot switches, some MIDI or something, and then just hit it. And be like bing, bing, ding, 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 bing, and just make money. Fuck, I was in the market for 48 seconds there. You see that? 2 standard lots, pretty quick. I had one, and you got the profits already built into the market orders, right? And the limits already got take profits built in. So the market dips down, rips up, you just made $40, right? You have a 3K down there, or 3 tickets. 3 positions. Maybe they're 3 2Ks in a cluster on a script where you double click or the robot's doing it. Maybe all you do is take profits away from the robot. Robot's getting into these brilliant trades. You're going, dude, I'm not waiting for the trailing stop to kick in. Let's just get out. He's going to throw more dumb shit tickets in there. You know what his trigger is. So you can trade along with the robot. It's endless possibilities. When people have this view that, oh, well, I know what I'll do. I'll just learn to really be good at scalping, and I'll just scalp the market. Man, it's a modern world. I don't think you have to do that, do you? Certainly you can figure out what your trade would look like to a robot. Have AI write you for $20 a month, write you some dumb shit robot that does a dumb, clunky shit trade. I haven't tried that yet. I'm usually asking it to do my crazy limit scheme, but and I even have it where I do have a robot that it expires. It'll drop 10 buys and 10 sells. It's completely symmetrical. Regardless, there's no direction to the robot. It just says, "I'll just do it," and the expiration is counted out. And when the market crashes into these zones, it makes money because the trailing stop kicks in. And that the money management is what makes it money, because it's just picking up a net of orders that were triggered on the plunge, and the expirations are longer on the deeper tickets, so it's going to take longer for that to hit. Okay, looks like we're going to go north into the vacuum tonight. I'm going to make some popcorn and watch the show. But yeah, why are you doing this video? It's cracking me up. Yeah, because I'm actually not very consistent, am I? And yeah, I'm not selling anything, by the way, and there's no advertising, I hope. Of course, I have made some videos with music in it, so they go, yeah, you don't have to tear your channel apart, but we're going to run ads, because there's something playing in the background. But so far I haven't been censored. I can't believe it, because I've inserted some really offensive shit that doesn't last long enough for the robot to figure it out. It's kind of like a little flash crash. So luckily, I'm still here to complain. Complain about the fucking the poor goobers that are trapped in. Like, I'm sorry if you bought gold. I really am. Sorry to hear about it. Good luck. Right, here's gold. You bought gold. Okay, good luck. I'm just saying. Oof. All these podcasters want to get your gold. Buy gold. 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 Yep, you got to diversify. You know what? like I said, buy fucking energy makers. Buy a oil refinery, okay? Not an oil well necessarily. The refineries. I mean, that's I think what you got to do. But that's my recommendation. Unsolicited, you know. I just put it out there. So good luck with that. An hour and 5 minutes of torture.